Hello everyone, and welcome back to Writing Tutorials. In today's video, we're diving into how to write an authorization letter to claim money. This is a type of letter that can come in handy when you need someone else to pick up or claim money on your behalf, maybe because you're out of town, unavailable, or simply can't be there in person. Today, I'll walk you through each part of this letter step by step, breaking down what to include and why. So, let's jump in. Starting with the header, personal information. Alright, let's start at the very top with the header. This includes your personal details, your name, address, phone number, and email. In our example, we used James T. Lawson, 123 Maple Street, Cityville, CA 90210. Phone, 555-123-4567. Email, james.lawson@email.com. These details are important because they clearly identify who is sending the letter. Make sure you use the same name and contact information that's linked to the money or account in question. If the company handling the claim needs to get in touch with you, this is the information they'll use, so keep it up to date and accurate. Adding the date. Now, underneath your contact information, include the date you're writing the letter. This might seem like a small detail, but it's actually very important. The date shows exactly when you granted this authorization, which can help protect you legally if there are any questions down the line. For our example, we're using today's date, November 1st, 2024. Date, November 1st, 2024. Easy enough, right? Always make sure the date is accurate and current, as this is often one of the first things a company will look at to make sure your authorization is still valid. Addressing the letter to the company. Next, we're going to add the company's information. You'll need to include the name and address of the company or department where the money will be claimed. In this example, we're writing to the Claims Department at a fictional company, Bright Horizons Finance Solutions. Claims Department. Bright Horizons Finance Solutions. 456 Finance Way, Cityville, CA 90210. Make sure to double-check the company's address before you start writing. Adding these details is essential because it makes sure your authorization letter reaches the correct department. If you have a specific contact person in the company, you can include their name here too, but if you're unsure, to whom it may concern works just fine. Writing the subject line. Including a subject line in an authorization letter isn't mandatory, but it does make things clearer. A simple, direct line like "Authorization to claim money on my behalf" is ideal. This lets the reader know immediately what the letter is about. So, for our letter, we'd write Subject, Authorization to claim money on my behalf. Adding a subject line helps organize the letter and makes it easier for the company to identify why you're writing. It's just a simple step, but it adds a nice, professional touch. Beginning the body of the letter. Alright, now we're getting to the main part, the body of the letter. Start by addressing the company professionally with "to whom it may concern" if you don't have a specific contact person. Then, introduce yourself and explain why you're writing. In this case, we'll say, I, James T. Lawson, hereby authorize Mr. Michael R. S. Stevens to claim the amount of $5,000 on my behalf from Bright Horizons Finance Solutions. Let's break that down. You start with your full name, followed by a clear statement authorizing someone else to claim the money. It's helpful to include both the name of the person you're authorizing and the specific amount they're claiming. By naming these details right at the start, you're making it very clear who this letter is about and what it authorizes, including the reason for authorization. After that, you can briefly explain why you're unable to claim the money yourself. Here's what we added. This amount is due to me as per the disbursement arrangement made under my account, and I am unable to collect it in person due to unforeseen personal reasons. This is optional, but providing a reason adds an extra layer of legitimacy to your letter. You don't have to go into too much detail, just a brief statement is enough to clarify why this arrangement is necessary. Details of the authorized person. Next, you'll want to include some information about the person you're authorizing. In our example, we added the authorized person's name and address. Mr. Stevens, residing at 789 Oak Avenue, Cityville, California, 90210, will present all necessary identification and documents to complete the transaction on my behalf. Giving these details helps the company confirm who is coming to claim the money and makes it easier to match them with this authorization letter. If possible, include any other helpful identifiers, like a phone number or ID number, depending on the company's requirements. Providing contact information for verification. Then, it's always a good idea to include your own contact information again for verification purposes. Here's how we worded it. Please contact me directly at 555-123-4567 or via email at james.lawson@email.com if you need any additional information or verification. I appreciate your cooperation and assistance in this matter. This lets the company know they can reach out to you directly if they need more information. It's a great way to confirm that this letter is legitimate and gives the company a point of contact if there are any questions. Adding a polite closing. As we wrap up the letter, add a polite closing line to show appreciation. Thank you for your attention and understanding. This might seem small, but a friendly closing line helps maintain a positive, respectful tone. This kind of detail can make a difference in ensuring a smooth interaction. Signature block. Finally, let's finish up with the signature block. This includes your signature, your printed name, and the date. It should look like this. Sincerely. Signature. James T. Lawson. Date, November 1st, 2024. If you're submitting this letter in person, be sure to sign it by hand. For digital submissions, you can insert a scanned signature if required, but check with the company to see if a physical signature is needed. Including the date here is crucial, it confirms the letter's validity. And there you have it, a complete, clear, and professional authorization letter to claim money. Each section serves a specific purpose, making it easier for the company to process the claim. If you follow these steps, your letter will not only look professional but also be functional and easy for the company to verify. I hope this breakdown makes it easy to follow along when you're writing your own authorization letter. Don't forget, adding clear, factual information and maintaining a polite, professional tone are the keys to getting this right. Thank you all for watching writing tutorials. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and click the bell to get notifications for future tutorials. See you next time.